Hi, everyone. Okay, so we have three beautiful images in front of you. You're going to go with the one that you feel the most gravitated towards. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to choose, but please also feel free to pause the video. Okay, so if you were gravitated towards image one, we are going to do the tarot reading first. And what I'm going to do first is I want to draw a card that will depict and reflect accurately, perfectly, your efforts towards your next major glow up, okay? Your efforts, your energy. What does Spirit want you to know about how you're contributing to your next major glow up? So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to channel everybody who was attracted to group one. Let's bring forth the messages they need to hear, not the messages they want to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to them. Which card perfectly reflects the person who's watching, their efforts towards their next major glow up? Okay, so we're not just choosing one card. We're choosing another one too, okay, from another deck, my angel deck. Let's get a card that perfectly, again, reflects the person who's watching, their energy and efforts towards their next major glow up. So this is pretty darn beautiful because with the Seven of Wands, we've got somebody who is protecting themselves at all costs. And, you know, it doesn't matter how they feel at any given moment. You know, they're kind of sticking true to this. They want to make sure they keep up with this. They are relentless. So that card paired with the trust card tells me you've been really actively manifesting this. You're in a good space. I don't care how you feel. I don't care what is going wrong in your life. The foundation it's pretty solid because I feel like you're willing to defend it. So you could be kind of in this space in life where you're like, I don't care who has an issue or what's going on. Like, I'm going to keep the faith. I'm going to keep my position. No one's going to come and F with my peace regarding this. Like, I have to protect this at all costs. You've been doing that. You've been to some degree protecting your, you know, next major glow up at all costs. Like, you just want to really do it this time. Do this. I'm getting something around that. Maybe all those wands are the efforts that you put in from before. Maybe it didn't kind of really pan out. Maybe there was something about maybe even giving up, maybe like not really kind of sticking to the tried and true. But this time around, you are like, you're up for it. You're up for it. And again, this guy's protecting his space. So, you know, I mean, she kind of on the card looks like she's also protecting her space too. She's trying to stay as calm as possible. But it's like, it's kind of beautiful because I do feel like with this group, I'm not necessarily saying that your life is perfect. I think there's a lot of things that could be going on, but you're like trying your best to kind of see the silver lining and everything. And I would say you have a good chance at really an excellent chance at, you know, making your manifestations, your glow ups come into existence. And you probably with this group have already felt some, you know, starting to happen for you. There's a shift, there's a change, and maybe you are trusting it more because you're starting to see, you know, starting to see the growth. So that's really beautiful. Yeah. This is not a group that is like just kind of fighting or struggling with it. Like, you are, if anything, fighting for it. Okay. You want the best possible outcome for yourself and you're willing to protect it at all costs. Okay. Nobody even, you know, it's kind of funny. He's wearing two different shoes. He hasn't even had time to, you know, maybe even properly dress before he goes out there to protect his peace. So it's like, no one's saying your life is perfect. You know, I'm sure you're dodging bullets. I'm sure there are situations constantly popping up, but like you're handling it very well. Like he even kind of looks symbolically like he's putting out fires, you know, in a way, symbolically. So like you're actually doing a really great job, a really great job. So let's leave these 2 cards here. And there could be something about trust that you really identify with. You know, you have more trust now than you ever did. And it feels peaceful. It feels good. I'm also hearing something else, like you've now more than ever, you have never been able to rely on yourself as more as you can now. So I don't know if, again, the foundation, which is you, was a little bit wonky, but I'm feeling like, again, I heard, never have I ever been able to rely on myself more than now. That is just darn beautiful, okay? So let's move to career now. We're gonna get a 3-card spread. I have to say as well too, with these 2 cards, you are literally the calm in the storm, you know? I feel like I'm an outsider looking at you and just trying to figure out how you're doing it all, you know? Like, how are you? Like, how are you staying so peaceful? Like, you just look like, and listen, it may just be what it looks like. Maybe, you know, underneath it all, you know, you do struggle sometimes, which is very normal. Don't beat yourself up about it. But I feel like you're getting really good at being the calm in the storm. Like things are just rolling off your back. And that is ushering in glow ups. Like that will usher in glow ups because you're not fighting against it, you know? You're not fighting against it anymore. You are not restricting it or pushing it away or stifling it. You are more going with the flow than you've ever did before. And keeping the trust about it. So this is very beautiful, guys. Like, I don't want to underestimate this, okay? I want this to come across as very profound. Like, these 2 cards, I would say, is going to be the most important, okay, out of all the cards, because these are your efforts. So let's not talk about career. What's happening in career for you? Wow, okay. Sorry, I'm just looking for my other deck that I feel like is hiding from me right now. I was supposed to pull this one out. Pulling out that traveler card just gave me chills. So within career, it really doesn't matter if you identify as being employed or if you're working or if you are a business owner. I just feel like here, there's going to be a huge opportunity. I feel like that you purposely, you know, manifested. You know, the Temperance, you know, she's got 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on land. I'm feeling this is your own doing, 100%. Like, whatever happens for you in career is going to be something that you completely willed into life. And I feel like, I don't know if you've already closed the door Okay, I don't know if you've said goodbye to a chapter in your life with regarding to in career, or this will be something that you're going to be doing. I see like a revolving door. I see one closing, I see another one opening, and whatever the door that is going to be opening is going to offer more freedom. I mean, we've got the nightclub card, we've got dance floor and neon lights. I mean, she's got it, having a great time. Everyone's looking at her. Everyone is looking at her. She is happy. She looks genuinely happy, and she looks like a winner. And she looks like she just really got the best, news that she ever heard. And I don't know if this is a new opportunity, like a promotion, or if this is a chance to do something completely different. And I do feel like with the traveler, you're going to be traveling between careers. Your next major glow up could put you in a whole new direction that is very unsuspecting. And I do feel like with this group, we've got other people who have just done this, like literally left something. And you even know that since you've left it behind, things feel different. Or you're going to do this. This will be in the future. And I do feel like, it's an experience. It's an experience to do something different. If you're unemployed, there's definitely going to be something coming in, and it will take you to new heights, but it's very different from whatever you were doing before. Like with this group, I cannot deny your next major glow up in career has something to do with something very different than what you were doing before, but it's like you've won. You've won. Now, he kind of has his bags packed as well, too. So I'm wondering also, too, like how people are going to feel if I tell them that for some of you, you may be leaving your career behind. But that will be, I feel like, what ignites the new major glow up. You find something happens for you as you leave. And it does feel like so much better than what you've left. And this could be something you're creating. This could be a new business, a new adventure, a new experience. You could be seeking higher knowledge. You could be seeking something, and it could be independently, okay? So I really wouldn't be surprised if we've got people here who are going to find a way to make money on their own without like another person involved. What do I mean by that? I don't know that I feel like anyone's going to be paying you. For some of you, you will be dictating how much money you make. But for others of you who are going to be, because it's not a private reading, staying within your company, you may get a promotion, but I also feel like you may leave one company and go to another. I can't deny that the 10 of Cups is here. Not only that, with the Traveler card, I mean, I just feel like I'm leaving something, but I mean, he's walking away from something, You could also potentially with this, spread, also get into a field where, you're traveling for it, okay? So, I don't know what that's going to look like for you per se, but maybe, you start to get some sort of benefits. Maybe there's a new promotion and it includes travel, and this is exciting. Now, I want you to know something. With that Temperance card there, this major glow up for you, I don't know if you've been waiting for it, but it had to kind of come in when it had to come in. Temperance talks about perfect timing. It talks about divine timing. It is also my card of preparation meets opportunity. So something tells me spiritually, you had to get aligned in order for this to come through in the physical, which is the Ace of Pentacles. So your career life and your spiritual life is very much synced. Some of you may not want to really hear that. Some of you may be like thinking this is very separate. How is this possible? Yeah, that's the thing. And I feel like if you're here on my Patreon, I feel like you're definitely on the journey. I don't feel like anybody who's gravitated towards me, who would actually pay out of pocket to watch my videos, is not on the journey. You're definitely on the journey. I'm not a typical reader, okay? General type reader. I talk a lot about spirituality. I talk a lot about the evolution, and I just feel like for sure with this group, you've got to be on the journey. That Temperance card tells me that. And it's interesting because I feel like in career, you've been working with your higher self, because this group wants freedom. They want to be happy. And I know everybody wants to be happy, but honestly, some people are not really like they're willing to do crappy jobs, even if they're not happy. This group wants to be happy. And it does involve leaving something behind to start something new. But it also, I feel like, talks about how much were you willing to, go the mile for this. So I wouldn't be surprised if we've got some people who, again, had to make a very big decision that made sense to no one else, to leave something in order to, chase a dream, or just, do what's right for them. But then there's other people who are going to do this in the future. And I'm telling you, you don't know what that's going to open for you. And I do feel like money is going to go up. But it's not just money. It's like your peace of mind. Work-life balance is going to look really good. But again, I can't deny with the 10 of Cups, you're saying goodbye to someone or someplace. You're shutting a huge chapter of your life and career, and it's necessary. Because 10 of Cups, yeah, it's a happiness card, but it's a 10. So what used to make you happy is no longer making you happy. And if that's as simple as, well, I don't really like how much I make, then so be it. Okay? So your next major glow up is going to be massive in career. It's going to usher in independence. It's going to usher in more money, more happiness, more travel, more adventure. And I do feel like you're going to start to see with the major glow up that your peace, your happiness is going to have to be at the top of the list when it comes to career. You're going to have to start doing things you love. But I also feel like you're going to start to understand that whatever you work on inwardly reflects outwardly. Okay? And career will be one of the first things to show you that. Okay? All right, let's move on. Okay, so let's talk about finances with this group. Next major glow up in finances. What does this group need to know about their finances? Ooh, okay. Interesting. Wow, okay. So it's interesting that we have the lake, tranquil waters, and reflections, because we have the Queen of Cups doing the same thing. Your next major glow up in finance is going to be something that I feel like comes through psychically to you, okay? Nothing, I feel like, outwardly. And it looks like we're following a trend here, It looks like we're following a trend here with this group. Like, you're really making your life happen for yourself, okay? And you should be very proud of that. You're going to get an intuitive hit to invest your money in something. I suggest with the Queen of Cups, you really think about this very deeply. I am not a financial advisor. I am not saying to make any type of moves based upon this reading, okay? I am just reading the cards, but I'm telling you with this group, there is going to be this out of left field, crazy idea. Well, what seems like crazy to you, it may not be crazy at all. And you will have to take, I feel like, a step forward on it. Now, what I love about this card being here is it talks about letting go emotionally. So if you're going to do this, you cannot be emotionally invested about it. You can be, emotionally invested about it before you do it, which talks about, again, thinking deeply, feeling it. Like, how does it feel to you? Do you feel guided to do it? But once you do it, you are going to have to let go. Because if you bring your emotions into it after you've invested in it, this may not really go accordingly. And it's not about the investment not making the money. It's about you. It's about you. You will wreak havoc upon your system. So we've got the unicorn here. Success, hope, freedom, healing, and magic are all available to you if you just believe. But I feel like the unicorn is a messenger of some sort. Like, I feel like when this comes to your mind, this idea, whatever this is to do with your money, it will feel very out of left field. It will be like it fell from the heavens. Like, it's like, because Queen of Cups is a wise person. So you will know that this is special. And that, you coming across it, or even it being in your life, or an opportunity to do it, or it just being something that, you're coming across, it's not random. You're going to know it's not random because Queen of Cups, she's not dumb. She's wise. She's psychic. She knows. But I feel like it could also have elements of like, what's that word? Like when something's unstable, like there's risk. Sorry, I was trying to find the word. There's risk with this. And I don't care what this is. Finances. It could be an investment, but it could also be like a move, something you need to do, you want to do that involves your money. Okay. I should not have just said it was an investment at the start. For some of you, yes, it could be an investment, but it could be anything that you need to do or you're feeling guided to do with money. So, yeah, this is going to, I feel like, usher in a very big glow up for you. But oh my, I don't want to downplay this group one. I don't. This is going to be one of those things like you're really taking a chance on. And I do feel like there's people who are watching right now who know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like happening to you right now. You're probably in it right now. You're like, yeah, Chitra, I know. And it's interesting with this card too, because I feel like you don't want to frazzle the tranquil waters. Like you could be doing really good right now. Like everything looks like it's, calm, so you're like, do I really want to rattle that? Like, do I want to rattle the waters? I don't know, but this is also a card of reflections. It says here. So you are going to be reflecting upon this a lot, but I do feel like you're going to, at some point, let go of it. You're going to surrender and you're going to make a move. You need to stack these cups, make sure everything's in order, everything's organized, and then you will make a move, but it will be perfect. Because see this guy on the 8 of Cups, he makes sure, he has all his ducks in a row before he takes off. He's not like coming through like 7 of Cups, like, disaster, just too much at one time, not knowing what to do. If you look at the 7 of Cups, the guy's looking, he has too much thoughts in his head. He doesn't know what to choose. This guy has made a choice. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is coming up for you. But it's a unicorn moment. It's a moment to make a move forward in a way like that. It's like, it's like fairy dust. Like I'm throwing up the fairy dust and I'm just like, I don't know how it's going to fall, But it's like, I don't know. I'm just going for it. So your next major glow up is going to be involved in this, okay? Now, I should have probably said, which I'll probably include at the beginning of this reading, so I'm not going to say it now. But okay, I'll say it now. The candle reading will offer more. That will offer very specific things. This is going to give you the general idea through the tarot of what's happening and how you'll get there, okay? But you have the opportunity here in finances to pull off something pretty epic, okay? And I do feel like with the unicorn, you know, that little thing on his head always makes me feel like, especially because of where it's sitting, it's like his direct connection to source. So you may actually, through your finances, start to become more stronger. Like your intuition could become, you start to trust it more. You start to trust it. Because this, whatever you're going to do is going to really pay off. But again, it's interesting. Like you will have every moment to invest emotionally before you do it. After that, you're going to have to let it go. You will have to. So this is interesting. Okay, let's move on. So let's look at love. What does this group need to know about love? Next major glow up. Wow. Wow. Nice. Okay. Sorry, just looking for my cards. I have them like all over the place and I cannot see them. Oh goodness. Oh, here they are. So this is looking really good, okay? If you're single, I feel like you're gonna, meet somebody who's gonna really throw you for a loop. I know this is gonna sound cheesy, but you may actually meet a person that can offer you a future. And I do feel like you've been waiting for this. Because listen, again, I don't want to be cheesy, but the Four of Wands, it is the one card. It's the one, you know, like, oh my God, this is the one. I feel it, you know? You know, with the Ace of Swords, this is mental clarity. I mean, everything is going to be like a go sign. Like, all the lights will be green, you know, and them for you as well, too. And I do feel like with this card, you've been waiting. You've been really like, all these wands are like all the a-holes you've went through. I feel like you need a lot of credit. You know, you deserve a lot of credit if you're single. You've really stuck it in, you know, but this card talks about victory. So you're going to be getting some sort of a victory in love. And, you know, with this person, there's going to be a lot of magnetic attraction simultaneously, okay? Not just one to the other. No, both of you. And it will feel like a finally moment. There's going to be a major glow up here. Now, I don't want to, you know, I'm not that reader who comes with the sunshine and roses because it's just not reality. I will say here with the codependency card, the two of you are coming together to learn this though. So there is a major glow up because someone is showing up. And listen, if you're single, I don't want to put it, I don't want to just, narrow this. It could be even with somebody you've had a separation from, because this card is also about reunion. So for some of you, it's someone coming back. For others of you, it's someone new. But you will be learning codependency. Maybe they will as well too. So this relationship, this connection, it could be taking you by storm. I feel like here we're going to start to really feel early on that there's something we're going to have to work at, because I don't know. I feel like this person will bring up something within you, okay? Maybe it's like it's too good to be true. When's the other shoe going to drop? All of these things, okay? But I feel like with the codependency card, this could also be that maybe you try to take control of it. Ace of Swords can be that as well too. Be careful with trying to control the narrative. Okay. But I'm not going to, even though this is beautiful, I'm not going to leave out the codependency. I think, but you know what? I will say for some of you, if you're single, you may realize through this person that this has been dissolved. See, because this card is it's a victory card. Maybe you've been learning that in the process of all these, toads and frogs you've been dealing with. Okay. But let's be nice to those toads and frogs, because they helped you, okay? They helped you to see what you don't prefer. But yeah, I should also say that for some of you, you may be like getting this little bit of this major glow up or this reward because you've worked through codependency. Ooh, I didn't see that. So that's going to be very exciting. Very exciting. And you may move very quickly with this person, and it will feel right. It will feel right. It will feel natural. It will feel effortless. It's like you guys are just going to merge effortlessly. And that person will make it very obvious, that they just really want to be around you. They want to be with you. You're it for them. You do it for them. You are like, you embody everything that they would ever want or desire. You check off all the boxes, okay? But don't be surprised if your next major glow up has something to do with like this profound connection coming in. And it does feel very, like, as the reader, fulfilling, okay? Fulfilling. It's nice. It's companionship, Yes, we can do things alone. We can be alone. It's no problem. I hope you have that mentality. But yes, if someone wants to show up who is, going to offer some sort of support or companionship, then great. That's wonderful. Now, if you're in a complicated situation, there could be some difficulty. There could have been some difficulty with codependency. Okay, maybe you wanted more of them. Maybe they wanted more of you. I don't know. The magnetic attraction was there. We're meant for each other. It's just so obvious. We're perfect. The connection is perfect. You know this, they knew this, but it's been difficult. Maybe the codependency was what was, in the way. The next major glow up for the two of you is, I do see like there's this leveling up between the two of you and understanding that comes into play. And through this leveling up, through this understanding of each other, it's like we can move forward to the next step. And there could be talks with the both of you of, hey, like this magnetic attraction just doesn't go away. It doesn't fade. We have these feelings, obviously. Maybe we should do something about it. Okay. Maybe we should, maybe I don't know what that's going to look like for each and every one of you, but maybe we should just take a step forward somehow and make this a little bit more solidified. Okay. There could be, even with the Ace of Swords, this person comes to you, the next major glow up is actually within the person. All of a sudden, it's like their throat chakra is cleared up and they can start speaking. They can start divulging what's inside of them. And through that communication, maybe this is also what's going to make the two of you be able to move forward. Okay. Now, if you're coupled, again, maybe you are learning a little bit of this with this codependency. Maybe it's your partner, maybe it's you. There may have been some struggles around this, like, one of you is just, starting to become too much for the other, or maybe there's just been too much, butting heads. I do feel like there's going to be a moving forward. And, you know, if you are coupled, let's say you're not married, this can definitely indicate like a step up, maybe even moving in together, getting married. But this could also be, if you're already, you know, have all of that, just smoother times. Okay. Maybe you also get, you know, there's a glow up in the bedroom. There's a next, you know, an uncovering, you know, of each other, you know, intimacy. There's intimacy on another level. Maybe there's going to be like an unveiling through, you know, learning a little bit about each other, or, you know, helping each other to move through the codependency. Maybe there's also communication that will be a lot better. This opens up, you know, a layer. It strips a layer of vulnerability between the two of you. So look forward to more dates, maybe more, you know, stolen glances. You know, there's some spiciness coming into the relationship. I do feel like, again, with the Four of Wands, you could be, you know, deciding to celebrate something big. Maybe there's going to be a glow up, you know, with something that you celebrate. Maybe you haven't been able to before. Maybe you two will celebrate something that you do together. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you're buying a new car, a new house, maybe you just, you know, made a bunch of money. Like, I don't know what this is, but there's a major glow up for the both of you if you're coupled. It's going to happen simultaneously. It's not going to just be for you or them. It will be the both of you. So it's something that you may be also invested in. Okay. All right. Let's move on to self. What's happening for this group with self? Wow, I like this. I like these cards. I just want to get the rest of them out. Wow. This is huge, okay? This is really huge. There's two things I want to say right off the bat that I see, and then I'll go through it. You're about to meet a soul tribe member, okay? There's going to be soul tribe. Not only that, if you've been in isolation with what feels like isolation, and I'm using the term symbolically, that can be anywhere from you don't get out of the house to maybe nothing's been happening. Like you go to work, you go here, you go there, but no one's coming in. Okay. You feel kind of lonely. You're about to break out into a new phase. Like this is a social moment for you. You're going to be out and about. Okay. Like, wow. Let's just go through it. Four of Cups. You may have been in a bit of a funk, really bored, really uninterested, like just, I don't know. I just feel like not even food is making me feel like nothing has been appealing, you know? There's this lack of motivation, lack of interest. And I just feel like something really comes from behind, like a fire lights up under your butt, like with the sun. And you're like all of a sudden thwarted out there. You're out there. Things start picking up in life. I don't know if it's like you start having more opportunity to be places. You're on the move with the Chariot. Like you're moving, you're driving, you're everywhere. See this guy, how he's sitting? And like there's offers. There's been offers. He's like, no, I'm good. I just want to sit here. Arms are crossed. Not interested. Now all of a sudden, arms are open on the sun. I'm open. I'm like open to anything. I'm open to, talking to the random stranger, in the grocery store. Like, you're going to have a glow up. I mean, if a glow up it was anything, I mean, my goodness, the sun card is here. But something like this changes inside of you. All of a sudden, you're more bubbly. You got like this wit about you, like you're talking to people. People are receptive to you. I also don't know if you feel like maybe the funk you've been in, people weren't necessarily that receptive, or maybe you were meeting a lot of weirdos, people who just like, I don't know, felt like, it's like, what's their problem? Like they just out to get me or something. Now it's the opposite. Okay. You are going to be thrusted. I don't know how you feel about this major glow up. And remember, major glow ups sometimes they don't look at the start like there's something, it's something that you want, but it could be what the universe is ready to give you. So you need to roll with this energy. Others of you may be like, bring it on. I'm ready. It's my time. I'm so bored. I'm so sick of the same tried and true. I want new things. So that's what's going to happen. Life is going to pick up. And you're going to all of a sudden be thwarted into these situations, and people will be there, and you're going to get these opportunities to, I don't know, network. It's like, this is like what you've needed for a long time. And I do feel like with this group, you've been wanting more friends. You've been wanting like-minded individuals. You've been wanting soul tribe. You've been wanting something different, that's for sure. And we've got the Great Gathering card. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits and soul tribe. You're going to be meeting people like you. And it's not going to be on the internet, because that's what happens to most of us. This will be face to face. And with this card, it says, step out of your comfort zone and try something new. You will be trying new things. Get ready for that. Like, some things you may be like gung-ho about it. Other things you may be like, what in the world am I doing? Do it. You will start to understand that this type of mentality is going to be what you always needed to kind of like change your life, okay? Because again, this guy has his arm crossed. There's offers, but he's not interested. Now, at the same time, I want to be a bit fair. Maybe he didn't feel guided to do it, But now, with the sun, and I have to say as well, too, with the self, like, you're going to be looking real good. This change on you, you're going to look in the mirror one day and be like, damn, I look 10 years younger. Who the hell is this? Wow. No need for Botox, no need for this and that. Like, I'm just aging in reverse. Like, it's going to bring a youthful vibe with the sun. You're going to start to have more vitality, more energy. You're not going to be as tired. You're going to have the energy. And listen, maybe with the self, you had to be in that isolation. Maybe you had to be not distracted, in order to get whatever you needed to get. But now Spirit's ready for you to like go out and play. So please, ride with it, okay? We don't know sometimes how long these things can last for. That's something I've seen in my experience, okay? I've seen cycles with my own self throughout my whole life where it was like I was let out for a bit and then pulled back in. So you got to embrace this. You got to enjoy it. You got to like really live it up. Live it up. But I will tell you, some very, very strong bonds will be formed. Lifetime bonds. So even if you go back into the cave, those bonds will be there. So don't worry about that. But now is the time for you to shine bright like a diamond, okay? Because you are one. And I can't get over as a reader how good this is going to feel. Like, I don't even know. I don't even have the words for you. This is just going to be like opening up so much doors. Even in love and, career and finances, like this will look excellent on you, but it will be very different from what you've been living like. And you may get very caught up in it. And I say, go for it. Get caught up in it. You deserve it. This group deserves this. It has not been fun. It has not been pretty. And for some of you, it has been downright dark, okay? I say that with a lot of empathy, even though I'm laughing, because I know myself, okay? I know what that's like. So you get excited. You get really excited about the future. Let's now move on to the candle reading. Okay, so if you were guided towards number 1 for the candle reading, let's get into it. Let's bring forth the messages you need to hear, not the messages you want to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to you. So, for group 1, let's talk about their next glow up. The next, really honestly, the best thing that's going to happen to you, okay? So for some of you, what's coming through right away is I feel like someone falls deeply in love with you. This is a crush coming through. But for others of you, if you already resonate with having a crush, this crush is going to take a step closer to you. Okay, I don't know what that means, what that looks like. But yeah, someone's gonna fall deeply in love with you, and that will, geez, that's going to really turn your whole life upside down in a really good way, because you know what it's like when love comes into the picture. It's one of the most powerful feelings. So I feel like for you, everything that you may have been putting on the back burner or procrastinating on, like this is going to give you that jolt that you need. So yeah, some of you, someone's going to fall deeply in love with you, but you will also with them. But if you already resonate with having a crush, this crush will take a step closer towards you. I am seeing weight loss, or there's something about the body that you've been trying to do or maintain or figure out. And I feel like this is your time. This is your time. This gets done. Recognition, whether it's in the workplace or just, whoa, yeah, wow. Okay, I almost burnt my nail off. Recognition is coming to you. I don't know what that's going to look like. I don't know if it's at your workplace. I don't know if this is more eyes on you, but I just feel like people start to see you. And I feel like for some people who are receiving this message, you may have been feeling like invisible, okay? Like, people can't see the real you. This is also kind of going into something else right now. If you've been trying to make somebody see the real you or understand you or get you, you may be able to conquer this, okay, with that person. Whoa, okay. There's something else coming through now. I don't know if you're in some sort of a awkward situation where, I don't even know how to put this. It's like, I don't know if you are in a tricky situation where it's like you have to kind of defend yourself for something. I can't tell if this is in the workplace or I don't know what this is. It's like I feel like I'm defending myself, if anything. And this may turn favorably in your favor, okay? Very favorably. It kind of feels like it has that energy around harassment or like a complaint. You've been complaining about something, nobody's seeing it, understanding it, or there's no budging with it. I feel like there's movement, okay? This will be favorably in your favor. Okay, I'm seeing mail, like being delivered at the house. Something's coming through or being delivered, and it's good news. I don't know if you've been waiting on this, or for some of you, it's going to be unexpected, but I will leave it there because I feel like Spirit's like, don't overly interpret this because it could be anything. It could be from like a company or a person you haven't heard from in a while, but there's good news coming to you in the mail. Now, this is interesting. I see your name being published. Your name is published somewhere. Either that or you're going mainstream, like online or something. But this is huge. This is huge. Some of you have been really working hard towards this, but this could be for others of you out of left field. Like you just go, right mainstream, and it's new, it's exciting, but it's gonna be powerful. Like this is gonna be a jumpstart, some sort of a new life for you. Either that, or it's like a domino effect. It's like it brings a lot of extra things with it. So it's not just about the name being published. Other things come from this happening. Okay, some of you are going to be healing a mother or a father wound. And if you're like, oh, that sounds kind of dull or boring. Do you know how your life opens up once you heal wounds? I've experienced that in my life. Every time I've like released something or uncovered a layer of myself that I didn't know was holding me back. Oh my goodness. So listen, some of you, I just feel like have really been struggling with this. It's like I see a compass and I just don't know which way I need a compass. They're showing me a compass, like you have not been able to have like, get a good hold on a direction with this. But with this wound, it clears up, and it's like, it may even make you look younger just by the release of it. Because I'm seeing even your face lighting up. I'm seeing like your light coming through by releasing this. More light is coming into the body. Okay, so for some of you, there's going to be a property purchase or a car purchase or a move of a location. And this will provide a good amount of excitement, okay? I will say with this one, it may be short term. But with the location change, this, like specifically with the location change, this may be really long term. So if you're buying a home in a new place, or it's a location change, this is going to provide a lot of long-term happiness. Now, if it's the car purchase, it's short term. Okay, I just want to be very honest. So I also see the mindset, your focus, it's elevating. And mindset is everything, guys. I just don't know if you've been trying your best to get like a hold on your mindset. Maybe you've had a lot of this, okay, like up and down. I see something like, it's like I see a graph where it's like neutral like this, but I also don't want you to feel bad if you are experiencing dips. You need to embrace those as well, but I see you getting a hold on your focus and your mindset, and through that, there will be a lot of things achieved, okay? You will be able to see a lot more clearly. Okay, business is going to improve. I don't know if we have anybody here who has a business, or, yeah, this feels really like if you're, like you have a business, or maybe you're starting one. You're either starting a business, and this will look really good on you, but I also feel like if you already have a business, it picks up and there's more money, okay? There's way more money, and it doesn't feel like this is going to be something that you can lose. I feel like you move into new territory and you stay there. So I don't really feel like you're going to feel a fall or go back to whatever you were experiencing before, which is obviously less. This is something moving forward. Now, I'm not sure what I'm seeing here. There's something else coming through. They're showing me hair. I don't know what this is about the hair. I can't tell if this is a new haircut. I can't tell if this is like you find some sort of a product that enhances your hair or it works on your hair. So has someone been struggling with their hair? I feel like there's a glow up. There's like a finding something. And I don't know if it's like a nice shampoo or a good conditioner. Like I can't tell what this is, but I do feel like if you understand this, you will understand what I'm saying. So whatever you've been struggling with when it comes to your hair, there's a glow up coming with this. There's like an opportunity to look different in the way that you want to. And I don't know, it looks really good on you. Okay, so this is where I'm going to end. Let me know if any of that resonated with you. I wish you all the best. Okay, so if you are gravitated towards image 2, let's begin your reading. What we are going to do first is we are going to pull a card that will perfectly represent your efforts and your energy towards your next major glow up. What are you doing in order for this major glow up to come in? Okay, so let's find a card. Let's bring forth the messages that group 2 needs to hear, not the messages they want to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to them. Which card accurately depicts the energy of group 2? Ooh, okay. Great card to get. Let's follow it up by an angel card. Which card accurately depicts the energy coming forth from group 2 in order to bring in these wonderful glow-ups that are about to occur? What are they doing? How are they behaving? Oh, okay. So Ace of Wands. We've got an active bunch here, okay? I actually feel like they're taking me to the thumbnail with the crystal. And we all know that, why do mainly people buy crystals? I feel like it's in order to track things in, right? To help, it's a tool that's used to help, the person in question who is purchasing it, attain what they want to attain, whatever that may be. And I feel like with the Ace of Wands, you're definitely putting out some good energy. But I also, because he's holding this tool, or whatever, this wand, sorry, I feel like this group is definitely working with something, okay? And that wand can be their intuition. It doesn't have to be like an actual physical thing. But I just feel like you're coming from a place of, yes, you're in a good space. I don't care how you feel. Remember, life has challenges. So regardless of what looks like it's going to shits in your life, it doesn't still mean that nothing is working out for you, okay? You may have also taken a very vulnerable step recently with the ask for help from others. Now, this is symbolic. You may have not personally went and asked anybody for help, but you could have joined a group. Maybe you joined this group. Maybe you felt guided to. Maybe you did some research. Maybe you took into account, what someone else had to say. Maybe you've embodied another energy, that was a little foreign. Maybe it was, ascension, looking into this, trying something new, like thinking like, it's time to move in a different direction. It's time to do something differently. Why not ask for help, and the help from others may not even be like, a physical, tangible person. Maybe it's your guides. Maybe it's your higher self. Maybe you have decided to let someone in. God, the universe, spirit, like whoever you pray to, I don't care. Yep. I am actually going to let you know, like, I'm feeling very good with this pile already. Like, this feels like really good. And again, I want to reiterate, I don't care what's going on in your life or what looks like you would consider is going wrong in your life. It does not mean that things are still not working out for you. But things are about to shake up. You're like at a precipice. I've never used that word before on recording. I like the way it sounds though. You are literally about to reach that mountain. Look, the mountain's right there. You can see it in the distance, And again, you're coming from a place of yes. You're coming from a place of yes. You are vulnerable in some sense. You're open. You're not as closed up as you used to be. And you know that this is working for you. Things have happened for you, but you may want something bigger. And I think bigger is on its way. So good for you. Let us now move to career, okay? I'm sorry about my throat, guys. I'm weirdly still recovering from something I was going through 3 weeks ago. So I apologize. What's happening for this group in career? Next major glow up. What do they need to know? Oh my goodness, right? Oh my goodness. You know, they're also showing me again that crystal. You know, I want you to know that when I put these thumbnails together, I am working with my intuition as to kind of like which picture is going to be the best to put on the, you know, the thumbnail. And at first I was like, what, you know, this doesn't really look like it goes, you know, but then I was like, no, something's, you know, guiding me to put it on. And there's something about the way that crystal is just beautifully sitting in the water. You know, water could be life. The water could be life to you right now. Like you're moving effortlessly with the time, you know? You're not getting caught up in anything. You are just, you know, going with the flow. You're allowing things to happen. And you may actually be in that space where, you know, like you've mastered the whole, like what looks like it's not going right doesn't necessarily mean that it's not. You know, but you're allowing, you know, and you may be feeling a lot. You may be doing a lot better with, you know, emotionally as well too, because the water can be symbolic of that. But it was a very beautiful picture. And I just felt like it needed to be on the thumbnail, but it could represent that as well too, the way it's sitting in the water. And it's like floating, you know, it's not like it's sinking, it's floating. And a crystal will sink, you know, just FYI, it's got that weight to it. But you may be doing very well with staying afloat. And you may even be very surprised by how good you're doing. And the fact that we're talking about career right now, career can be even tied to finances. You may be very amazed at how things are just coming effortlessly, or you're just being able to stay afloat with like minimal effort, you know. Let's get more. I've never gotten that card. Very interesting. Oh my God! What? No. What are the chances of that? Farm and farmer? Oh, this means something. Whether it's symbolic or like straight up, it means something. Like, it is what it is. Like, it's, wow, I'm shocked. Two thick, different. And you got basically the setting of a farm and then the character of the farmer. Whoa. I knew something was going to be very interesting about this group. I mean, they're all interesting, all piles, but this group, I knew something was going to be interesting about you. Those that chose this group. And it's crazy because when I was looking at this card before I even drew this one, I kept hearing the word harvest or harvesting. And this says harvest on it. Something is in the works for you career-wise. This is bigger than a major glow up. This is like epic. Something is brewing. And whether it happens soon or whether it happens down the road, like you're going to be at the top of your field. The top of your field. If it's not that it's at the top of your field, it's that, you know, just saying that won't bring you enough happiness. I'll also pair it with the fact that you're going to be completely 100% fulfilled. Not only that, self-sufficient. You are cultivating something very special right now. And I just keep hearing you're going to be at the top of your field. Like others will come to you. You will teach, you will teach, you will teach. And if it's not formally, then people will come to you and ask you how you did it. Or people will seek out your services to teach them how you did what you did. I'm going to just get out the way. Listen, I don't know if it's kind of a dream of yours to like have a farm, go off grid. But I think this off grid living may down the road actually be something that you could cultivate into a career. And I don't know what that's going to look like. I'm just one person. I can't see everything. But like if I had to try to figure it out, like I don't know if it's maybe you're selling eggs, like you're selling your bread. I don't know. Or if it's like, maybe it's just you building a homestead. People will come and be like, oh, look at how you did this. Or maybe you're teaching people about plants or tinctures, or I don't know, how to just even like maybe you're just on YouTube showing how you're living and you're encouraging, or you're just by, being on YouTube, you are, encouraging others to say, hey, it doesn't have to be that hard. Come over, come join the new earth. But for others of you, if this is symbolic and it's not literally a farm, like you don't want to have a farm or be a farmer, you are on the roadmap to success. And this can be anything with these two cards, like a psychic, a doctor, a healer, oh my goodness, like a musician, like an actress, an actor, a teacher of some sorts. Like sky's the limit. And this can be, again, you're on top of your game in whatever career field you are. But with the high priestess, like they just told me for some of you, this is your birthright. This is actually what you came in to accomplish, to do. Some of you feel like with your career, you want to, like, there's these heights you want to reach, And it's not about being famous, but you want to reach certain heights. Like you've got to drive inside you a will, and it's like, it's always been there. But you may also want to make an impact, like a huge one. Okay. Like this could be like an overachiever, really, with this group. Okay. But, I wouldn't be surprised if you pass the baton, or you are teaching, or you are also serving for a higher purpose to others, as to kind of like, what I can do, you can do, that type of thing. Your next major glow up has something to do with, even with the farm and the farmer, what you've been cultivating, what you've been harvesting. Like, I think with this group, you've been working towards something mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And you've got big dreams with this, with these kind of cards. You're going to get exactly what you want. And we all know with the farm and the farmer, they do the heavy work. They'll do that heavy work so they can just live, based on their crops, like, for years, for decades to come. It's just like, it's hard work, but it pays off, and it's also like homegrown. So there's also even this like self-sufficiency as well. And I think with this group, you've been wanting to be self-sufficient. I don't even care if you're married. You've been wanting to have your own thing, do your own thing. Like, I really don't care if this group has someone else that they can rely on. You want your own thing. And I just feel like with the high priestess as well, like there's something of a veil, and you can see it. I feel like you can touch it. You may not fully be there, but that veil is going to open. And when it opens, it's going to reveal something profound. But I'm going to say, what comes with this is great responsibility, because once you reach this kind of status, it's going to be a whole new playing field, A whole new playing field. And it's interesting because when I saw this card here, ask for help from others, I felt like I wanted to say, but I didn't, that you may also be in this position where you start helping others. You know, you achieve this great status so that you can also help others to, you know, reach theirs. So whatever you're doing is going to be like a domino effect. This is serious. Okay? This is really serious. This is not like to be taken lightheartedly. We've got the Magician, for goodness sake, okay? You're going to be at the top of something. I want to say for some of you very soon, but in this lifetime you will be. And I think a lot of you can feel it. You can feel it. But you have also been working towards this. It's like everything is aligning perfectly so you can become this person. And that may be with the High Priestess, like your spiritual evolution. Don't think when you don't work on yourself, like aspects of your life, you know, the categories of your life can pick up. They can. And maybe this is even for some of you, all that work will bring in a new career. A career that honestly doesn't even need any kind of like education. It's life experience or something along those lines. But I'm going to say, going back to what I said, like if you resonate with somebody who wants to go off grid or is becoming minimalistic or is literally wanting to be a farmer, or you kind of like are one. And farmer is kind of like I don't really like this term, but we are going back to this. A lot of people are choosing this, you know? We want to go back to the way we used to be. And that would be really interesting if this applies to you. Even if you're in the future and you catch this reading, let me know in the comment section, because you cannot get these two cards. And I know it can be symbolic, you know, because farmers, there's a lot of dedication. There's a lot of cultivating. But it can be very literal too. So that would be so cool. That would be so cool if you literally want to get into like homesteading, you know, working off your property, living off of your property, creating something from your property, like something that you could sell, because this is career. That would be so cool. But whatever your field you're in, I don't even care if you're unemployed right now. You will be at the top of your game in this lifetime. And, but it, again, comes with great responsibility. See, the Magician is the magician. Yeah, he's got it all. But he also, people go to him. They come to him. You know, for them to be taught by this, you know, like, oh, you've achieved all of this. Teach us how to do it. Okay. So again, this is not going to be like, it's kind of like that really beautiful thing where, you attain this type of power and then you give back. Okay. Wow. All right, let's move on. So let's talk to those that are watching about their finances. Oh my God, you got a 9 of Cups. Let's put it back in. This group is gonna be on fire. You're already on fire. It's just a matter of time. Talk to us about their finances, please. Next major glow up in finances. This is freaky. Downright freaky. I'll explain to you why in a moment. So the reason why I thought this was really interesting was because you've got this guy holding the scales, right? Which can definitely represent, like, symbolically, the law. And then you've got court. Some of you could be dealing with a court battle. I am here to say that your next major glow up is that, if this does resonate, that you're in a court battle and it does involve money, you will be getting some money. Now, I can't read legally for anything. This is a general reading for entertainment purposes only. But that card alone, if I didn't get this, does talk about you receiving, some sort of financial wealth. And your next glow up has something to do with all these ideas swirling on in your head. Like, I don't know what you want to do with this money, but you are going to, okay, so there's like a 3-step thing to this. You receive money. And I do feel like it's, I'm having a tough time differentiating if you've earned this money or if this is some sort of a windfall, okay? But it also could be that maybe you have some money sitting, but there's something you're going to do with this. You've got a lot of ideas with this 7 of Cups. You're thinking about things you want to do with it. And I feel like this 3rd step would be you take action, you build something with it. Your next major glow up is going to have something to do with a project that you spend money on. It feels like if it's not a project, it's also moving forward, maybe even moving locations, moving away. Maybe you have more money. I don't know. I'm not getting a good idea of where this money is coming from. So maybe that's not what's important. But I just feel like here, even with this card, we've got birth. Universal energy brings you opportunity and possibility. Something happens. Something is birthed. And again, I can't figure out if this is by you, by your efforts, or just by maybe a windfall. And you start thinking now, you've got this money. What should I do? I want to do something. And guys, this does feel bigger than like a shopping spree. This feels like it's either a project. It's either I'm buying property, I'm moving. But I'm moving forward, but it takes me out of like completely where I was before. It feels like new. It's new settings. It's a new territory. It could be even whatever you do with this money, because this card it can even talk about, giving to charity. So maybe you're going to be helping or starting an organization. You want to help the less fortunate somehow. Maybe you feel like this money has come to you for that reason. So I'm getting maybe even humanitarian project. I don't know. But with the court card, if this is not that you get this from, oh, I know what's going on here. Okay. If we've got some people here who are in the know, okay, we all know that there's going to be some sort of wealth transfer, okay? You may have an idea of what you want to do with that, okay? If you're watching right now and you have no idea what I'm talking about, then don't worry about it. I will still offer something for you. This is just for those that understand my language right now. This could be what that is. You will get the opportunity to do a project. And that may involve little ones. I don't know. It's kind of interesting, but it could just be the birthing of a new project. And with the court card, this could be like justice, because we all know the wealth transfer is going to be, it's backed by justice. It's the right thing to do, okay? Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, then with the court card, this could just be that this is coming to you with a higher purpose, okay? So you know that, you feel it. You don't want to squander this money. You want to do something with it, and you want to do the right thing, whether that's for your life or for someone else's life. But it's something that you feel like you have to be very serious about this, decision. Even with the court card, court is serious. Like, you don't want to be the way maybe you were before. So I don't know if you're saving up for something. I don't know how this money will come to you. But something realigns where you have more money. And now you're starting to think like, wow, what's the right thing to do? And your major glow up in finance will come from the decision that you make to whatever you decide to do with this money. It will take you into new uncharted territories. Okay, so whether that's traveling, whether that's a new home, a new location, again, like, I don't know, publishing a book, like I just, what, you have to see how that resonates for you. But you're going into uncharted territories and it's new. And maybe you have a vision. And your major glow up, it feels really, really magical. Because it's like just this, having this opportunity to do something with this money, or an avenue or an opening to like, just, you know, maybe move away from where I was before or what I was doing. It does feel like an opportunity from the universe. It's like possibilities are here, whereas before they weren't. Universal energy brings you opportunity and possibility. Yeah, there's something really unique. Like all the dots are connecting for you. Like something, it's just like finally, like it's my moment. It's my moment. And I like the Six of Pentacles because that indicates that there's enough finances to even maybe help others if you want to. Like, I don't know if it's a family member. I don't know if you've been wanting to help somebody in your family who is, you know, not doing so well, or maybe you have to take care of someone. Like, I don't know, there's more money for that. But it does feel like the alignment is, it's like, again, I'm hearing finally. Even that 4 on the card of birth tells me you've been waiting a while for this opportunity. You know, 4 is not, numerology wise, it's right before 5, and like honestly, I don't know if you know anything about personal years. 4 is one of the hardest. I just went through it last year. I'm moving into my 5 personal year, thank God. But 4 energy is not the easiest. Like, you have to work hard. You got to be diligent. You got to be like, you know, you got to have your belief system in check, you know, and sometimes you just have to really do a lot of work to get to be where you want to be, and whether that's mentally, spiritually, whatever. Because even this card, the 5 is before this card, the 5 of Pentacles. If you know what the 5 of Pentacles is, it's not easy. You can even talk about lack of money, struggling, you know, poverty, you know, it's like a depression type card. It's a card of lack. Now all of a sudden there's a boost. There's a boost in income. But I can't get an idea on where this is coming from. And I don't think it's for me to know. I mean, do you really care about where it's coming from? I think you should just be open to endless possibilities, because that's kind of what you're inhibiting here, okay? What I really like about this spread is that you're going to be in new uncharted territories. You will be thrusted forward, and you will have the ability to move and progress in the direction that you've wanted to. So 3 of Wands again, you know, he's envisioning. He's envisioning. He's looking out to bare land, and he's like, what am I going to build today? What will I build? You will have the opportunity to build. You will have the opportunity to co-create with the finances that you have. And it will be on your own terms, okay? But keep daydreaming. This is being encouraged of you. Do you dream a lot about what you would do with money if you had it? You are being encouraged to do that. Don't for a second, because I know this card can also talk about delusion. Don't for a second think that you're being delusional. Spirit actually is encouraging this because, you know, there's many different options. So once this money does come to you, you will need to know what you're going to do. You will need to be organized. Okay? Interesting. Okay, let's move on to love. What's happening for those that chose this group? and resonate with being, I was going to say in love. That's interesting. Is somebody here watching in love? That's bizarre that I would say that. Okay, let's talk to them about their love life. Let's bring forth the messages they need to hear, not what they want to hear. What's going to be their next major glow up in love? Okay, so let's first talk to those that are single. I think for those that resonate with being single, you may have just broken free from what you would consider a player, or this web you've been entrenched in that you have not been able to get out of. It could be with, obviously it's about another person. So I don't know if you just left behind somebody, or if you are, you know, like there's somebody still energetically in your field, but you are considering yourself single. I mean, you are, but as the first card, I feel like the Fool. I feel like you've broken away from someone who has been pretty nasty to you. Your next major glow up is actually kind of interesting here if you're single. There may be an ex that tries to come back. We've got the reconciliation. It says someone from your past is returning to your life. And then we've got the player card. This person is charming, they're manipulative, they may be even karmic, but you could be being tested. This is the interesting thing about the glow up. You may have the opportunity to dish what this person has given out. And listen, I'm not for revenge, but this tastes sweet. This really does taste sweet. So I just feel like if you do resonate with the fact that you've been really hurt by somebody or someone's left you out in the dust, you may be having that person show up. They may show up in your life and you will have the opportunity to dismiss them. The ball will be back in your court and it will feel pretty good because it's like, you want me now? Like you didn't know what you had? You had to go and do what you're doing just to see? Yeah, no, you're not coming back. You're not coming back. No, it's not happening. And I don't care in what way you do it. It's not even about that. It's just, you may have the opportunity to take the lead on this with the Fool, okay? Put this person in their place, make them feel like the Fool, okay? Now, again, if you're single, your next major glow up may be actually passing a test. So the test may actually be that it's this person that comes back, but it could also be that there's someone else that shows up, someone new that will remind you, okay, of the person maybe you just left or you had in the past. Now the glow up is going to be that I feel like passed the test, okay? Instead of as before, where you couldn't see red flags, you couldn't see squat, maybe you had a type, I don't know. You will see it, you will smell it, you will feel it on this new person, and you will be like, hell no, with the Fool. Like, I have discontinued this. This is a path I don't want to go down. I don't prefer this. I'm not on this timeline. I'm not doing this. And if you don't think that's a major glow up, I would urge you to really reconsider, because a lot of people don't understand why they keep meeting the same type of person. It's because they're not learning. Your next major glow up is that you're going to learn. You're going to understand. You're going to elevate to what is next. You may even move out of karmics and move up to soulmates. Okay? If you are in a complicated situation, we've got somebody returning. Okay? So if you're not on speaking terms with them, they may be returning. But regardless if they're returning or not, you've been dealing with like a nasty, mean person. Someone who has created competition with you, created like, it's like this is an enemy card, okay? And I really wouldn't be surprised if this person with the King of Wands is taken or has, you know, many different women. Regardless of this player card being here, that King of Wands can be, he's the married man. That's why he's looking around. Look at him. He's looking around. He's like looking at what his options are. And I just feel like here, you've had enough. You're like, I'm gonna like just go a different direction, or I'm gonna take a leap of faith in some other direction, and I'm just going to move past this. I'm just gonna move past this. Maybe for some of you that this person is not, it's not about them being mean, but you know, it's one of those situations where it's not something you can entertain, okay? But there may be a reunion, a reconciliation of some sorts. Maybe we're getting on good terms, but I just feel like something is going around and coming back around, and it's like a cycle. So with the Fool, I just feel like you're going to have to do something different. I think those that are in a complicated situation are going to really choose to take a leap of faith in a different direction. Cut this person off, move on, see them for who they really are. But again, if you're in a complicated situation and the person, it's not about the person being rude or being nasty, I think all those things still apply as well too. You know, you may have a brief rekindling, but it's like, I feel like as the reader, there's something I'm feeling through this reconciliation that doesn't feel right. It never feels right. And it's like, I know, I just can't do this anymore. So you're starting again, okay? You're going to, with the Fool, move forward. And, you know, listen, the Fool learns a lot, okay? So I really want to say that with this connection, you have learned a lot. But the next major glow up, if you're in a complicated situation, is that you may move past this person. You may decide that they're not for you. They're not for you. You may even start to see them clearly. I think this person you're dealing with, you have a lot of chemistry with. They could be really good looking, like the bee's knees, okay? Just, but there's not enough. There's not enough to keep this thing going. And it could be other issues, like life issues. It could be situations, you know, again, maybe somebody's married. I don't know. But I think you're going to finally move on. You're going to move on. The spell around this person that you feel like you couldn't break will be broken. The Fool, he's like someone who looks like he just woke up out of a, you know, like a deep sleep, you know. He's awakened now. He sees the light. He wants to move on. He's ready, okay? But there will be a reconciliation. There will be like butterflies in the tummy, promises. I even see smiles and laughter, and but there's no longevity in this, okay? Eventually, I don't know if it's this person, I feel like it is, they're going to pick up these swords, they're going to pull a fast one on you, and you're going to feel like you don't know what hit you. It's like, surprise, yeah, like I'm not really like that. It's a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type of thing. Now, if you are coupled, your next major glow up. This is interesting. Give me a moment. I think you may actually be dealing, this is your person, but I just feel like there could be some bad behavior. And there could be some like in and out, like that you can see them one way, but then there's other ways you don't see them. It's like, who are you? Who are you? The next major glow up may be this opportunity to maybe get away from this person for a bit. I'm not going to lie. Maybe have more alone time. Maybe have a new beginning for yourself. Maybe you have been too reliant on this person, regardless of what that means, you know, emotionally, spiritually, financially. But I feel like with this group, those that are coupled have been wanting some sort of freedom in their partnership, whatever that may look like. Okay. I don't know who I'm talking to. There's probably many people I'm talking to. I think you're going to be moving in a direction that has more independence. And I think this major glow up, as opposed to like the other groups, you may actually be making for your higher, it's for your higher good. Okay. You need this. You really need this, because I feel like this partner sometimes can take advantage of the fact that they know that you're kind of leaning on them in some way. But this could also make you very attractive. I'm not going to lie. This could make you, you know, your newfound, profound new independence, whether that be just, you know, taking some time on a Friday night to go to a knitting class. I don't know. This may, I don't know, shake things up a bit, which is what you need. Because I feel like with this group, if you're married or you're in a relationship, it's been a bit, I don't know, routine. I kind of want to say routine. And it's time to do something new. It's time to break away and find some independence. Okay? All right. So now let's move on to self, which in my opinion is the most important, because you will find when you work on self, it just boosts every other category of your life. So it does always start with that. But let's find out what's happening for you. What is your next major glow up when it comes to self? Wow. Major. Wow. Okay. No, I don't expect anything else. I mean, it's self. Of course, we're going to get major arcanas, right? This is very profound, guys, because I just feel like there's this newfound bond with yourself. Like, I feel like with this group, like, you haven't been taking care of yourself, okay? And I mean, like, I don't mean physically. I don't know if you do for everyone else and you're like the last on the list, or you just haven't been feeling yourself lately. I just feel like your next major glow up is like you have this boost in confidence. You feel good about your life. You feel good about where you're headed. You may even actively understand what you've learned. That could be something that you were it was a block. Like maybe you were focused more on why. Now there's an understanding of why. There's a new sense of hope with you. And it's very deep, and everyone's going to notice it on you. You're like sparkling, like you're shiny, like there's a huge light around you. It's like, I think people are going to feel very like, it's funny. I feel like they're going to think you've done something like maybe you fell in love or something, but it's like, no, I didn't fall in love. I'm just really happy. I'm in a good place. And you will be in your own little world. Like, and that's the great thing, is that you won't need anyone else in it. You don't need to shout it from the rooftops. You don't need people to know about it. You know, you don't even need to show it off. It's just like, I'm just really on cloud nine. And I'm going to say something for some of you. It could be because of what's going on in the world. It could be because you can see there's a shift. Like, you know, you can feel it. But if you don't understand that, then it's just like, it's coming from within. It's the best type of peace. There's peace. And I think for a lot of you, there's been a ton of self-evaluation that you never thought was going to end. Because with the Judgment, that's a self-evaluation card. So is the Hermit. It's an introverted card. It's like isolation card. Like, you know, not being able to really see, like, you know, you're on the journey, but you don't know where this thing ends or if it ever will. And if you've been in a dark space for a while, like you've literally every morning just had to like pick yourself up, like just like, cause no one else was going to do it. It's like, that may go away. You may start now jumping out of bed. Can't wait to start the day. It's not like before, you know, it's like dreaded. No, now I'm excited to start my day. And with the Star, I feel like as well with self is that you've got more energy. Have you been suffering with that? More energy, more positive, optimistic energy. It's like, I feel like I hear you saying like, oh, I knew you were in there somewhere. Because I think a lot of you had lost it for a while. Like maybe you went even numb. We're numb, you know? I think you're going to be manifesting the SHIT out of your life. I think you are going to be starting to pull in, really asking yourself like if you are like a magician, because the things that you're going to attract to you, they'll come so much more quicker. The Star card can be a card of manifestation. Like that's exactly what she's doing on the card. But you will have the strength now. You will be in the right alignment to attract things to yourself. I feel like before you may have stumbled a bit because it's just, you were not quite in alignment, but now it's like, hello, I'm back, okay? And with this card, this is a card of protection. It says, call back your power, cut the cords, and soul retrieval. You are finding yourself. You're finding yourself. You know who you are, you know what you like, you know what you prefer, what you don't prefer, and you're not going to take anything less. You're not going to settle anymore. You're not going to deal with it. No. It's my way, and so shall it be. So what if you think that's selfish? I don't care. But with the protection, you're calling back your power. Because I think a lot of you have felt like just open for anything. Like just like a punching bag from not even just people, just life. But you're calling back your soul. Your soul, I feel like, was drifting somewhere, like even outside of yourself. But it's like, you're back, baby. And you are celebrating yourself. It says, celebrate yourself. You deserve it. So self-wise, you may be starting to your next major glow up may have you spending a lot of time taking care of yourself, making time for yourself, doing nice things for yourself. I wouldn't be surprised if this group just starts going and doing random things alone that they wouldn't necessarily do before, like going to a movie, going to a dinner. You know, I like that dress. I'm going to buy it. Why? I deserve it. I should have it. You know, putting themselves first. Because I think you lost yourself somewhere. And I'm not judging you. This is normal. We all do it. Okay, it happens at some point, but there are boundaries now going to be put up, and you're not going to be ever lowering them again. So your next major glow up has a lot to do with you. And I know we're talking about self, but group one was totally different. So it's not always about that. This is really about you. And you should be really proud of yourself, because I do feel like not many people would be able to make it through what you made it through. I do see a lot of people actually checking out, maybe even turning to drugs, alcohol, doing something to numb, while you just went in raw and was like, hey, I'm going to do the work. Let's see what happens. Yeah, this work is paying off. Okay. All right. So let me know what you thought. I wish you all the best. You take care. Okay. So if you were gravitated towards group two for the candle reading portion, let's begin. Let's bring forth the messages you need to hear, not the messages you want to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to you. So I'm not going to lie, with this group, there was a lot coming through very strongly. I don't know if that means that a lot of people are going to choose this group, but wow, it was really strong. The first thing I felt, I'm not going to lie, I felt this right before I started the reading. You're going to get on top of an issue, okay? This is something you've been procrastinating with. It's something, honestly, you have not wanted to deal with, okay? I feel like once this is released, a glow up occurs. And I actually see your aura getting brighter. So whatever this was, I don't want to underestimate it. It was heavy. It was heavy. There's something. And this is where you, as the viewer, are going to have to participate, because I can't overly interpret this one. You will have to know exactly what I'm speaking about. This was something that was really heavy, that you have literally been being too passive about, okay? Again, once it's released, your aura is just like, I don't even think, like, with whatever this is you've been holding on to, I think you've been inhibiting a color that is not yours, okay? And I'm talking about your aura. So you kind of become more of who you are by releasing this. Like, it's so cool the way they're showing it to me. It's like you clear up something, you clear up something. And this also clears up your energetic field, which is so cool. There's going to be a DNA activation through another person. I don't know who this is. I'm not being guided to say who. There will be a DNA activation taking place. And what I can tell you is that it's impact. You will feel the impact. You may not feel it in the sense that it's a DNA activation. You may see it as love, okay? But it's going to be a DNA activation, and it's going to rock your whole world. So I don't know what I want to say here. Don't be scared, but get ready, okay? Be prepared for this. Remember my reading, if you will, okay, before or when this occurs. I see you also inching closer towards Soul Tribe. There may be even one person who comes in. Listen, with this group, you've got a lot of Soul Tribe out there. It's just there's something interconnected with you and how much work you do on yourself that brings them in. So this could be a reward, but you're inching closer towards Soul Tribe. I see that. Now this next one is super interesting. I see you speaking up. They're showing me it kind of like, I don't know if it's like you're telling someone off, but it's more about speaking up, okay? Through releasing what has been bottled up. And this may be not even just telling someone off. I don't know if you've been holding back feelings. And it's not even about, like, it doesn't have to even be about if you love somebody. It could just be that, maybe you've been not able to express how you feel about a situation or a person, even if they've been not so nice. I see a glow up taking place through speaking up, okay, and out, and release, the releasing of this. I'm also seeing an advancing of studies, but I want to be very clear, I'm not talking just academically. This could be through research. You know, they're telling me knowledge is power, okay? So there will be a glow up that will occur through knowledge being power. Like you've got power now because you're more prepared, you're more ahead. There's a glow up even from the self-sufficiency, you know. It empowers you. That is beautiful. And I understand that as well too, because that's happened to me before. Oh wow, we've got a new talent. We've got a new talent emerging, a new something. Like I didn't know, like, wow, I didn't know I could do this. This, you know, I've watched someone go through something like that. It's pretty cool to see, like just on the outside. So I just want to convey to you that like, this will be, you will feel like, I don't know, re-energized somehow. It's like you may even be able to take this skill or this new talent and do something with it. It's not just about, oh, wow, you know, like the glow up will occur just by finding out that you have this new talent. But what I feel like carries it forward into the future is like now there's like brainstorming. Like I may be able to do something with this, help people, maybe make money. But there's a new skill coming in, a new talent. And I am going to say something else that's really profound. Wow, group 2, let me know if you chose this one. You are going to enter a new timeline. You will feel the shift, but this new timeline comes with more opportunities, and it kind of moves you towards your goals quicker. So I don't know if you feel like the timeline you've been on has been, I don't know, you've been stuck on it, but this new timeline will feel like a breath of fresh air, and you will notice it. You will notice it. It will be very obvious too, because I think this group is going to be is a very aware group, like very aware of themselves and their surroundings. But this new timeline, it's going to look better on you. Okay, you will love it. It will be better than whatever previous one you were on, and we can always switch timelines. Okay, don't think that your timeline is ever set in stone. Now I see this opportunity for an event, okay? I don't know if this is something that you're invited to. You know, it's like there's an opportunity waiting for you, but I also want to break out into another prediction. I see you getting more social. I don't know if you've been hibernating a bit or like in your shell, but your glow up is going to somehow energetically make you attract more socialness. I don't know how to explain this. Like, I just feel like invites, opportunities to go places. You may even be doing this these social activities. Like you may be just taking yourself there. It may not even just be about being invited. So that's interesting. But yeah, you are, and this could have something to do with the new timeline. The new timeline is a lot more happening, okay, than whatever one you were on before. Wow. Okay, the window is closing. But I just want you guys to know I felt very strong energy with this group. Really strong energy. So very cool. Let me know if any of that resonated with you. I wish you all the best. You take care. Okay, so if you were gravitated towards image 3, let's begin your reading. So what we're going to do first is we're going to get a card that is going to represent or reflect or depict perfectly your efforts, your energy towards your glow up, okay? Don't think that you're not also responsible for all these wonderful things that are going to happen to you. So let's get a card. Let's bring forth the messages that those that chose group 3 need to hear. Let's bring it forth very directly, perfectly, so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to them. Which card depicts this group's energy, their efforts towards the glow-ups that they'll be receiving? Ooh, interesting. Okay, I'm not done yet. I want an angel card as well. Which card describes their energy or their efforts towards their glow up? Okay, this is cool. Now, don't take anything I say in the wrong way. I actually was waiting for this because I know sometimes, you know, things can't just always look perfect. Now, in group 1 and group 2, the cards did look like, you know, the querent, which is you, the viewer, were actively participating in their glow up, like whether that be that they had faith, whether they were keeping a positive attitude. I like a bit of a contrast here. So with this group, I feel like here, and it's not that you're not being positive, but I do feel like there is some doubt around good things coming for you. Now, I do also feel like this could also represent your energy at the time of receiving this reading. Maybe some of you felt like the reading would be a little too good to be true, or there was some doubt going into it, like what shit you're gonna say. You know, maybe you're a little hesitant about, you know, glow ups, or even just, you know, something maybe positive happening for you. Now, I don't think this is that you're fully in a negative energy. I just think there's a little bit of doubt. And for some of you, life could be a bit difficult for you right now, you know, just in the sense that, like, it's not that bad things are happening. It's just you're due for some good news. Like, and you can't really see at the end of the tunnel. It's like you're literally relying on blind faith right now, because she is, you know, blinded. She has something on her eyes. Maybe you also are clicking, or you've come into this group for this reading because you've got something very specific in mind that you want to hear about, because this card also talks about like 2 pathways or 2 choices, but because this person who's sitting here on the card doesn't have enough information, they don't know which way to move. So I feel like with this group, you could be a bit on the fence with all of this, like, or just maybe not fully understanding what you need to do in order to, like, you know, create your best life ever, okay? We've got the card of reconsider. This is a very interesting energy. I'm not going to lie with this group. I feel like you're doing your best to hold on, but there's some doubt. There's some doubt. And I don't know if it's in regards to kind of like all this spiritual stuff, you know, like willing it in, manifestations, or if this is just where you're at right now with a particular decision. You know, something in your life that you are really thinking heavily about that you want me to answer throughout this reading. So I think it could be either or, but I do feel like with this group, like, you're hoping for me to say something that's going to really be the answer to something that you need to hear. So that's kind of where I'm going to leave it, but that's a really interesting energy. And, you know, when I pulled this card, I said, you know, what's going to come through with the angel card? Because if it's super positive on this side, that would be interesting. But they're both kind of the same energy. They are both kind of the same energy. So it's kind of unique. So let's just jump right in. Let's just jump right into the reading. I feel like out of everybody, this is the group that's probably going to need the reading the most. Because you really are looking for answers, I feel like, okay? Or hoping that I'm going to say something that's going to really hit the mark with you, like synchronicity or something along those lines. So let's ask. Let's get right into career. Next major glow up in career for this group, please. What do they need to know? Right off the bat, I feel like your career, it's like life for you has like, there's been a huge disappointment, okay? I feel like something may have even been sabotaged or taken from you, or career is just not going too well. Now, there is a huge glow up, but hold on. I want to draw more cards. So I feel like with career life, it hasn't been the greatest. For some of you, something may have been, something may have happened there. Okay, with the Three of Swords, something could have happened. I don't know if this is a toxic environment or someone has, hurt you over there, or sabotaged you, or, I'm going to go all the way into maybe, I don't know if there has been some sort of accusation or bullying. Okay. Or this has even been maybe something that was robbed, like a promotion or something that should have been yours. I do feel like your next glow up is preparation. You are being prepared for something huge. And this could also be that you're unemployed, maybe even, or like I'm even hearing that maybe somebody here is only finding temporary work here and there. Nothing is set in stone. Nothing has been consistent, or even, what's the word, like I'm not situated. Like I just feel like I have a busybody. Like I'm here, I'm there, everywhere. Nothing is like, I'm not like, I'm stumbling for words. Like I'm not situated in anything. But it's crazy with the kitchen card, because I just feel like this represents kitchen tools and meal preparation. What if I told you were being prepared for something bigger? Okay, something bigger. I feel like you have to really look at whatever is happening to you as a preparation. You're learning something, but there's no mistakes. And you cannot look at what has happened to you or what is happening to you like that is set in stone. I do feel like there's something coming that is going to be more solid with the King of Pentacles and more long-term and offer more security. You're building yourself up in career, but slowly. These two cards make me feel, just because they're so earthy with the Pentacles, this is slow and steady wins the race. And I want to tell you another thing too. The fact that we have the educator card here, and it says imparter, mentor, guide, and teacher, you're learning something through career right now. You're learning something about yourself. You're learning about what you don't prefer, what you do prefer. You're learning something about sovereignty. You're learning something about yourself. And I wouldn't be surprised here if there's also other people who, like, nothing has worked out for them. And there's a reason for that. Maybe you're supposed to go like an independent route, because she's a self-made person, okay? She's sovereign. She's like that person who's like, I can't work for anybody else. I got to work for myself type of thing. But you're learning something, and your glow up is actually occurring right now. You just can't see it. With the kitchen, we don't have the meal yet. We have kitchen tools and meal preparation. You are in the process of a glow up. It's not even like it's like we've got the meal already made. Like you are being sorted out by spirit. Your glow up is going to take time. I don't know if you want to hear that. It's kind of interesting with this card too, because she's sitting there and she's like not at her destination. She's waiting. It's the same type of thing. But this doesn't mean that it's not in progress. You're learning a lot, but your glow up is already occurring. Like this is, for this group, I'm going to say it. I don't feel like your glow up is happening in the future. It's happening right now. You just can't see it. But I want to be very sensitive. I feel like this is painful. This is really painful to endure with the Three of Swords. And this can even talk about confusion. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if there's people watching here who have, like, I don't care how old you are, but you're like, I still don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, who am I? What's my purpose, you know? What if your purpose is to be an educator to some degree? You know, I know we kind of jump to the, you know, teacher thing, but like even what I'm doing as a teacher, you know, like what if you're supposed to do that? You know, what if your purpose has not yet been figured out here, but you're in the process? This group, I feel like as a reader, I need to convey that like patience is going to be a virtue here. It's going to be the key to you being very successful. But these are successful cards. But I just feel like for you, it's hard to see that because with the Three of Swords, everything could just be looking like it's just not happening, you know? Your next major glow up in career is that, you know, I can't necessarily predict it with these cards, but you're in the process of something huge. And don't be surprised if where you end up with this glow up is something totally different than what you're doing right now. But you will be self-made. You will be independent, but it's taking time. It's taking time. And you are learning a lot. It's just, you got to change your somehow belief system around this. Because, you know, the thing with people, right, is that they, you know, well, not people, but let's just use humans in general. Most humans don't like to look at the fact that they're learning something unless it's a pleasant experience. But what people don't realize, humans, is that, you know, you only grow through challenges, but your career is being heavily affected. Your career is one thing I would say with this group is just like, what the F? Like, what the F? And I really do feel like I'm feeling some people here who have not figured out what they're supposed to do on this planet yet. But with the educator, with the mentor, with the guide, someone is working with you. Someone is there, whether it be your higher self, a spirit guide, an angel, they are with you and they're helping. You're not alone. Even though you feel alone, I know this group feels alone, but you're on a path to success. It's just like, I'm sorry, I can't predict it like per se, what it's going to look like. But what I can say is that you're not going to be feeling like this forever. You will be situated. King of Pentacles tells me that. King of Pentacles is a security card. It's like I know what I am. And my money is steady. And I'm sovereign with the Nine of Pentacles. You even got a second card that's really great. But this is what this is all leading up to. And only when you reach this part, you're going to be able to look back and be like, haha, I understand. But you will not be able to see it in the process. It will be hard for you. But it is possible to change your thinking. But I just want you to know that where you're at right now is not where you will be forever. Okay? You're learning and you're reorganizing. You're reorganizing. You're switching things around. You're learning. And again, you are in preparation for something huge. So with career, your next glow up, I don't think it's a next glow up. I think your glow up, it's like, it's hard to explain this as a reader. It's like you're in your glow up. You just can't see it. You just can't see it because I feel like with the Three of Swords, it's painful. It's painful. It's like confusing. It's just like, it feels, I am even getting the word a little unfair. Now, if there are those of you who are watching who get what I'm saying but are doing well, good for you. But I think there are a lot of others who just are really not doing well, okay? Not doing well. If you are doing well and you understand the process, like you've come to that point right now where it's like you're aware of what's going on, you can feel it, you've got a heightened awareness, then I don't really have much to say to you. I think you kind of are in a good place and you don't even need me, to help you to say anything to help you. I think you understand this is leading somewhere. But for others of you, you're going to be okay. You're going to be more than okay. And only when you get to that glow up or you understand, like you're just exactly where you want to be, you're going to look back and understand why everything happened the way it did. But your life could be getting really shaken up right now. Like they're even showing me somebody who just keeps going to like jobs that it's just problem after problem after problem. But you're learning something through that. But I can't really help you see that. You have to see it yourself. That's what Spirit's saying. No one's going to be able to help you with this. Okay. But if you are encountering the same thing over and over again, there's a reason for this. Okay. If you have not figured out what your passion is or what your job, like just be patient. It's these two cards that really seal the deal for me, that I understand something's going on. Okay. If I would have gotten different cards, it may have been a different message, but with these two cards, like something's already in the works. So I don't know if that can offer any kind of like solace, but I hope it does. Now, if there are others of you who have no idea what I'm talking about and you are completely happy in your work, you're just going to new heights, okay? So that Three of Swords could just indicate that you're not exactly happy about where you're at and you want to move quicker. I don't really have nothing to say to you. You're on a roll. You're going to new heights. These two cards are great cards to have for career. So I'm not really worried about you. I'm more worried about the group that is like really lost, okay? I'm not really understanding what's happening. Okay, let's move on. Okay. Finances. Next major glow up in finances. What does this group need to know? Woo! Okay. What do they need to know about their next major glow up? Kind of interesting, how these spreads are really working like simultaneously with these ones. Kind of interesting, but not really, because I mean, Spirit is, Spirit channels through me, so I'm not also be surprised, but it's interesting. I just got something really heavy in the pit of my stomach. I really got something really heavy in the pit of my stomach. I feel like there's those of you who are really, really worried about money. Really, really worried about money. I feel like I'm seeing somebody who's even working their ASS off, and it's just like, it's not showing. It's not showing. I don't know who's here. Just bear with me, guys. We're going to have all types of people watching. I will get to you if that doesn't make any sense. Some of you are really worried about the future, okay? I feel like I'm feeling walls closing in on me. I've got, I don't even know how to say that, perilous realm. I think it's perilous realm. Danger lurks, treacherous paths, ominous shadows. And then I've got judgment here as well too. Soul searching will bring inner peace to many areas of your life. I feel like with this group, for some of you, like your money is not growing in the sense or in the way that you want it to. It's like, it's interesting though. I even feel like for some people, you are so skilled, you have so much to offer, but like you're not yet there. being rewarded in the way that you need to be. So I don't know if you're working again in something that is not paying, or, the fruits of the labor are not showing, or if this is that you have a lot to offer and you're not, I don't know if we've got somebody here who's unemployed, or it's like, I don't know what this is. I just feel like something's imbalanced here with what I've got to offer, and I'm not getting that same receiving. Either that or whatever you're working at is not, it's like right now, it's just not, there's a lot of chaos around finances here. And I feel like for those of you, it's like you're searching for something, like, a reason as to why. Maybe you think there's a reason. Maybe you are trying to find it. I don't know. But there is a lot of worry. But with this Nine of Swords, that is also a worry that is it's too heightened. It's overhyped. It doesn't need to be that way. Actually, what, is being said through this reading or conveyed through the cards is that you just got to keep going. You are, with the Eight of Pentacles, you do have something to offer. You do have, you are resourceful. You could find a way. I just don't know here if there's something around your energy, like the way, what you think, what you believe. I don't know if you're letting your fears get to you or your mind get to you. I don't know to what extent this is. Maybe some people feel like a little bit of worry. Others, it could be a lot. But you're actually supposed to be learning something through this. You're being tested with that Five of Wands as to how well you can handle conflict. This is going to be a hard message to convey, because some people don't like to be told that they're being tested. Because some people could feel like, why would Spirit do that to me? It is what it is. You got to be careful with who you're watching out there or who you're listening to. Everything is not love and light. And when you're on this journey, Spirit doesn't carry, emotions. They don't give two SHITs at what you have going on. Okay. They're here to push you to do what you set out to do when you came here. And I do feel like with this group, especially with finances, everything is kind of boiling up, but it's a test, especially with this card, to see how well you're going to do through it. So with the Judgment card, soul searching is going to be what really changes this energy around your finances. But I will tell you, because I know that's what you're here for. What is the next glow up? You getting through all of these obstacles, okay? I don't care if it's you've got medical bills. I don't care if it's, I don't know if you can't pay your rent, whatever it is, okay? Even if you're not working and you're just something, you're going to have a glow up with your mindset. Your mindset is going to change everything. There's going to be something that clicks with you. You will reconsider. I feel like this is also, she has a sword on the card. There's going to be something that happens for you, an epiphany of some sorts. And you're going to change the way you look at things. Even if things look like they're crashing down, you're going to choose to look at it in a different way. And that's how you're going to get yourself out of this. Your glow up will be that once you do this soul searching, because soul searching, your glow up has something to do with you looking inside of yourself, okay? It's not going to be coming from something outside of you. I'm going to be honest with this reading. I don't feel like it's something happening for you on the outside. It's going to be first taking place within you, and then it will reflect with the outward reality. Now, if you understand this, but you are also doing well with this, this could just be again, a validation of what's happening. And I'm just going to be here to say, great job. Great job. You're doing well with this. You understand something is happening here. You're being tested, but you're trying to do your best to, again, stay afloat, keep a positive attitude, and you know you're going to get through. It's not going to last forever. But your glow up will be that you watching change everything. Everything's going to change, and it's going to start with the 9 of Swords, like your mentality. Something's going to click. She's actually also in her bed. So there may be something that comes through dream state, okay? A download, if you will. And then, I don't know, something clicks. All of a sudden, you know, you understand what's going on. And then just like that, things start happening for you. But these rocky waters with your finances, they're not here to last forever. Sorry. They're not. I don't see that here. So don't worry. Don't think that this is a forever thing. I mean, even if you are thinking this is a forever thing, that could be in itself what you need to change, because you shouldn't think like that, okay? This is a temporary card. It's a temporary energy with the 5 of Wands. Look what comes after the 5 of Wands, the 6 of Wands, okay? So you're going to be successful. But right now you're navigating deep waters with finances. And it's interesting with the 8 of Pentacles. You are learning something through it. So yeah, the glow up will be that you move past this chapter of your life. And even with that 8 of Pentacles, it's going to give you something. Like once you go through this, you can get through anything. So is that not a step up? Is that not a glow up? You know, going through something, taking something away from it, and because you've learned, you never experience that again. That's the glow up here. But I understand if you are a very resourceful person and you just don't feel like you're getting that type of recognition, I understand how that feels, okay? But I want you to know that maybe, you know, there's no mistakes. Maybe those companies or those people, or, you know, money not being attracted to, or you feeling like money doesn't love you. Maybe there's something that needs to be learned here, okay? Either what you don't prefer, what you do prefer, or maybe just, guys, like, I feel for this group, especially with finances, because I do feel like there are people here who are just really struggling, like right now in this time. And it's going to be maybe even hard to digest this message, because maybe you were looking for something else. But I am giving you positive news. I just don't feel like this is going to last forever. It's just not. And I do feel like you will be taking away so many things once you get through this, that, you know, you'll be able to navigate your future very well. And you will never go down this path again, because you've learned and you've taken things from it that you can, you know, it's like something just clicks and you're just able to use it moving forward. You'll never go down this path again, but this is teaching you something. And I know a lot of people don't like to hear that. They just don't. Nobody wants to think that they're ever learning anything, or that they are ever struggling for a reason. They just they would rather think like they've got no luck, the universe hates them, God hates them. Like, that's just not the route to go. So please reconsider your thoughts around, you know, what's happening to you. Okay. Love. What's happening with love with this group? What do they need to be aware of? Okay, there's two that wanted to come out. I tried to kind of let it go, but Spirit was like, nope, we need to. Okay. So bear with me. I'm going to go through everyone. I'm going to start with singles. There could be some people watching here who have just, broken up with someone, left someone, or just has moved on past somebody, or I don't know. I don't know if someone was in the past that you were talking to. I feel like this is going to usher in a new beginning for you. And it's interesting because I just feel like with this, there's something about ending something with this person that ushers in, it's like a revolving door. You've got a past life relationship coming into your life. It's going to be very passionate. It's going to be very hot, like really, guys, really hot. I can feel it. But I do feel like I don't want to sugarcoat this. There may be some, which there is with everyone. Okay, there's going to be something going on, like not everything can be perfect, but there may be something about religious factors. Okay, you may also, because this card says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and your spiritual path, you may have upgraded by walking away from this other person. You may upgrade, you may fast track to something that is, oh my God, really, really intense. For those that are single right now, you've got something that's coming towards you that you have no navigation for. There's not going to be a guidebook or anyone that you can listen to online that is going to help you navigate this. This is something like unknown territory. You have not experienced something like this. It will be very intense. Oh man. It's like there's instant recognition because it says you have known each other before. It's like this starts off like extremely powerful, not in a way that you've experienced before. So with the singles, like I'm sensing two things. Either some of you have just broken up with somebody, or, have finally moved on, or I don't know, you've learned what you needed to learn and now you are getting something with the Nine of Cups. It almost feels like, I don't know if you've manifested this or you want it. I don't know if you've been asking for like a deep connection. You're getting it, but this person is going to teach you a lot about who you are. And with the Queen of Wands, it's going to be powerful. It's going to be very psychic. Okay. I feel like you've got an intuition about this person right away. Your next glow up actually has something to do with another person stepping in to your life. And, with that Queen of Wands fire card, it's like if I can give any type of advice as a reader, I don't want to ever give advice not to go to anybody, but no one's going to understand this. And you are going to have to take a step back and really go inward about this. Talk to like whoever you believe in, spirit, the universe, God, ask for help, because this is uncharted territories. But I am going to say there may be, with the religious factors, a couple things. There could be, it could be as blatant as maybe religion will separate you. There will be something that's very different. I don't know if it's the age. I don't know if it's the ethnicity. I don't know if it's the religion. But then I also feel like with this could be something you've asked for, but it could be also a reward spiritually. But I feel like if you're asking for a deep connection, or you've been hoping for a deep connection, you're getting what you want. But I'm telling you right now, you need to be in a state of reflection, okay? When this person comes in, I don't want you jumping because sometimes if you've never experienced this before, you can kind of jump to conclusions about it and be like, oh my God, I want this person. You may not even know who you are anymore. You're going to be like, oh my God, I'm obsessed. I want to be with them. You're going to have to be very careful with that, okay? You've got a past life connection coming in, and this is not a joke. And it's interesting with this card again too, because you're going to be like, again, you're going to have no navigation for this. Now, if you are like, I've experienced this chitter before, listen, whatever this is going to be more heightened, okay? But I feel like you've earned it. So that's all I can say to those that are single. Just, yeah, okay. All right, so if you're in a complicated situation, I don't know if you have been in like a dodgy situation with somebody who has maybe left your life. They could be coming back, okay, for some of you, if you're not in, speaking terms with them. They could in a very interesting way come back. I don't think this is anything that they're doing or you're doing. I think you meet very synchronistically with the Nine of Cups. Like, it's almost like what's this word I'm seeing? Like, you bounce them up, like it's like you bump into them. And I'm not saying in person, it's just, I don't know what this is. It's going to feel like, I don't know if magic was involved. You're going to be like, what are the chances of that? Why is this person here? Like, I feel like they get brought back into your life, and I'm getting butterflies in my stomach. Like, I'm literally getting butterflies in my stomach because it's so caught off guard. I'm so caught off guard. And I think you may like freeze up, or you just won't know what to do, or how to put your hands, or like, it's just, or what to say. And the same with them. Now, if you are on speaking terms with your person that you're in a complicated situation with, you may walk away from them. You may choose to. But again, this could also be that you've already broken up, or what looks like you are separated. But I wonder here if this is a past life connection. You feel it. They feel it. Maybe you had a lot of issues, religious factors, or you feel this is a spiritual connection. But I feel like there's an upgrading for some of you if they're coming back. It's like, we're better, like we've worked through something that we can now be better around each other. And I don't know if it's that, you couldn't talk to each other before, or you were triggering the hell out of each other before. It feels a little calmer with the Six of Swords. Like, it just feels like we've moved through something. Like, it's better this time around. For some of you who, are getting back together, you may actually be able to move forward with this person. For others of you, you could be walking away. Okay, this card says walking away, ending, separation, it's over. Maybe there's going to be something that you wrap up with this person, that you have the ability to wrap up, like get closure on, and you can move forward. But with the Queen of Wands, you will move forward regardless if you're with the person moving forward or not with them, like better, like you're back and you're better than ever. And you have, I feel like, closure to some degree, but it's interesting. The glow up is going to occur for both categories, whether you're walking away from them, like you can release them, or if you're getting back to them, that will also provide a glow up, because there is something about this person, if you are getting back with them, that made you look better. I don't know if it kind of like they made you feel like you could, I don't know, go to the gym, eat better. Like, that's where the glow up occurs. If you're walking away from them, there's something about releasing them that occurs, because whatever that was very heavy, okay? Now, if you are in a coupled relationship, like a serious committed relationship, or married, you may have a little dispute, okay? There may be a bit of a dispute, but this feels like very short-lived. I think this is quite normal to discuss breakup when you're with somebody, or just, throw it around sometimes. But I just feel like we get a little bit mad with each other, but then we come back better than ever. I don't feel anything necessarily serious, but I do want to make sure that I'm covering, everyone here. And I do feel like there could be some people here who are watching who are maybe considering breaking up. Maybe you feel like this person has been holding you back and you just want to be independent with the Queen of Wands, or you just feel like maybe with this Two of Swords as well too, that you've just kind of been at odds, not knowing what to do, but you've been contemplating, or you've just, maybe now is not the right time. Maybe your next glow up, honestly, for some of you is that you're stepping away from it. Okay. You're stepping away from this connection. You're doing what's best for yourself. And through, the departing or the separating of this connection, you experience a glow up and you look back and say, oh, wow, all of these issues I had with myself. Maybe it's, how I look, or I had like excess weight, or I was miserable all the time, or I was eating junk food, had to do with this person driving me nuts. And now it's like that I'm free. Look at me now. Like, wow, I look 10 years younger. That literally could be the glow up for some of you. But for others of you, I don't feel like you're splitting up. I just feel like there's a minor argument. But you may also, if you don't decide to leave your partner, you may experience a leveling up with each other, okay? You may also do something really interesting together. With the Nine of Cups, you may share like because when you're together, when something happens for you guys, it happens to the both of you. There may be a leveling up, and there may be like, it could be financially, I don't know, or maybe even this chance to move or get away or go do something. And it may impact the relationship like for the better. Okay. So, wow. All right. Let's move on to self. My favorite category, okay? The most important category in my opinion, because when you have, when you work on the self, you will find that everything else in every other category will just change, okay? Usually for the better, always, 99%, okay? Unless you have something to learn, but for the most part, you will find everything else will just get better. What does this group need to know about self? What is their next glow up gonna look like for self? Ooh. Wow, really powerful. You're gonna have a massive change within yourself. I don't know like who I'm talking to here, but it's like you're starting to realize that I feel like aspects of the way that you've been moving have not been working for you. So you're having a bit of an awakening regarding that. And I do feel like you are going to be doing something very risky regarding, well, what would look like risky to yourself regarding your personality. There's a change in you. I'm going to be very honest here. I don't feel like everyone else is going to receive it well, but oh well. You got two cards here that have literally the same message. Slow down and rest. You need it. And then no. Wait, postpone, pause, and say no. You are, I don't know if you come from a place of yes. I don't know if you're like a giver. I don't know if you are like a person who has always fought yourself because you just didn't want to come across a certain way, or you would rather just get along to get along. You're rocking the boat regarding your inner core. You're changing your belief system. Oh man. I may not be explaining this properly, but this is massive. I may not be explaining this properly. This is massive. This is a whole identity shift. You're doing something new with the Page of Wands, something you've never done before. And I just feel like here it's going to look really darn good on you. You're going to start getting really comfortable with saying no. You're going to really get very comfortable with becoming more isolated, more independent. You're going to start loving your own company more. I don't know if you've gotten to that point yet. If you're doing this already, I could just be validating it. Or if you're already in it, I could be validating it. But for others of you who don't necessarily live like that, this will be new, uncharted territory for you. But you're changing your belief system. You know it's time. You know it's time, and Spirit knows it's time. You are slowing down. You are going more within. You're pausing. You are postponing. You're saying no. You're reflecting more. You're in a state of wait. You are slowing down, and you need it. You need it. Maybe the glow up is that you get to slow down. Have a lot of you felt like you've had to just go, go, go because it's just what was necessary? You had to. You didn't have a choice. Have you been dreaming about slowing down, having more time for yourself? You know, maybe taking a bath in the middle of the day when everybody else is working. Like, I don't know what this is. But I feel like for some people, that has not been a luxury that they can afford to slow down. Your responsibilities, your, money, it's just, this is not something you can afford. Well, guess what? There's going to be an action taken, and I feel like it's going to really take you by storm. It's going to surprise you. But I don't want to also say that there may be, external factors that may play into this. Maybe there's an opportunity that comes in that allows you to do this. But for others of you, this is something you're doing on your own. You're taking charge on this, and your belief systems. Wow, you are working on so much with the Hierophant. And you're going to start to realize that this is ushering in a whole new world by changing this. Let me give you an example of a belief system if you're kind of confused at what I'm talking about. I can use one, for example, that I have just, recently within the last year, really started exuding authentically. I don't care what happens in my physical reality. I don't care if it looks like everything is going to shits. That doesn't necessarily mean for me that things are not working out. So I couldn't care less what happens or what looks like, like I just don't care. I give 0 Fs, okay? I don't care who supports me. I mean, I care who supports me, but what I mean is I don't worry about the things I used to worry about, like who's watching my videos, who's liking my content, who likes me, who doesn't like me. That's a belief system, because that Hierophant is the system as well too. So you're removing a part of conditioning that was, put on you that should have never been there, okay? You're starting to become more of a light being, like getting back to who you were when you literally came out the womb, okay? Because that indoctrination is always taught to us. It's just not who we are when we come here. It's taught to us, but you're uncovering a layer. So there's something about a belief system with the self that you're going to finally get. And maybe it resonates with you that you've been trying to adopt a philosophy, but it's been hard for you to really feel it authentically. That's happening. But then I also feel for, others of you or the same people, maybe this is also going to happen for you. You start to slow down. You start to enjoy life more. You do what you want to do. You have the time to do what you want to do. And I don't care what that's going to look like. These are symbolic cards. I don't know if it's that you're going to the spa. Maybe you're going, you want to take a bath in the middle of the day. You get to do that. I don't care if it's that you're going to buy some plastic surgery. You have to mold it to what your desires are when you're watching this reading. But I just feel like you're also saying no more. So if there are those that are watching who have struggled with saying no, you're gonna be, that's your next major glow up. And at first it may be a little difficult, but it's gonna start to get more easier, because I think for some of you, a lot of people around you are not used to that. But they will adapt. They don't have a choice. This is not something you're gonna turn your back on. You will move forward with this and you will never look back. And then you will start to see how these mentalities, especially exuding them authentically, how they're going to start working for you to your benefit. So this is massive, massive. You've got 3 big changes coming with self. And with the Page of Wands, he's a really strapping fellow on that card. This is going to look real good on you. You're going to start to look more attractive, okay, to people. In whatever way that's going to be. I don't know if it's energetically, I don't know if it's actually like physically, it doesn't matter, but you will start looking more attractive. And he kind of has a swagger on him, a confidence as well too. So this will impact your confidence. And we all know when your confidence can get, stronger, it does pull in. You become magnetic. You start to achieve more, attract more. We all know that this happens. This is like a given. So I'm excited for you. I'm excited. So this was your reading. Let me know what you thought. Let's move on to the candle portion. Okay, so let's get into your reading. If you were gravitated to group 3 for the candle reading portion. Let's bring forth what those that are watching need to hear, not what they want to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to them. Okay. Sorry, the smoke always gets to me. I am seeing here for some of you a new job, okay? A new job or a change of job. Some action regarding a new job or a career. I think this is going to either apply to those that are unemployed or those that are working, but you're changing into like another career or another company or another position or title. Okay. I've got a pregnancy, but if it's not like a legitimate pregnancy, this is a birth. You're giving birth to a new creation. This is something you're starting, and it's very exciting. This gives you a confidence boost. It's like, I did this. This was my idea. Wow, this is so huge. This is so huge. Obviously, a pregnancy is a beautiful thing, but if you are birthing a creation, this is going to put you on the map, but it's not going to just put you on the map. It's going to give you some sort of confidence that you've always been seeking, that it's just, I'm happy. I feel happy, okay? You're going to be really happy with this. Not just getting it off the ground, but seeing how well it does. Okay, there's an opportunity, I feel like, to travel. I don't know if some of you have been wanting to take a vacation, but there's going to be an opportunity. I don't know if the globe is the actual opportunity to do this or something happens on that vacation. I don't know if there's something about a bucket list, going somewhere you've always wanted to go. That might not be a coincidence if you resonate with the bucket list. There could be something that's waiting for you over there. And I don't know if it's a person or if it's something, we are sometimes guided to places. And I know for me personally, like just to give you an example, if I went to Thailand, I feel like I would experience something spiritual over there. Okay. This can even be connected to past lives. So something happens around a vacation, travel, opportunity to go somewhere. And I'm going to say this because sometimes I can feel if it's not. This feels like it's involving a plane. This is not like a car ride. Okay. This is a plane. I'm taking a plane. I see a reconciliation. I don't know if it's that the person is back. And this is not just romantically. This may be within family. The globe, I'm happy that we can reconcile. We can put aside our differences. I'm just not getting a specificness if this is just romance or if this is family or a friend. Now, for others of you, the reconciliation may somehow boost you because now the ball's in your court. but I am seeing the word reconciliation. Now I'm also seeing something around forgiveness. I don't know if you are, like, I'm just seeing the word forgiveness. I don't know if you are receiving an apology that is much needed, or if this is literally you letting go of something, and through that you experience a glow up because it was heavy. But you need to understand what that means for you, because I cannot overly interpret that. I'm just getting the word forgiveness. Now, whoa, okay. I just heard lesson learned. There's a lesson learned. And with this, there's a couple things. Either someone will never bother you again, or if you've been re-encountering, why do I keep saying re-encountering? If you've been encountering the same person over and over again through different people, I don't care if it's in friendship, I don't care if it's through coworkers, I don't know if you feel like something's chasing you, like you just keep meeting the same person over and over again, there's a lesson learned and you will never encounter this person again. But I'm using the word person loosely. It's either a person or you've been experiencing the same person over and over again. And what I will tell you is that this person is exhibiting an energy around selfishness, okay? Very selfish. Okay, I've got debt paid. I'm getting rid of a debt. It's interesting. For some of you, you've got many. I feel like I've crossed that one off the list. I don't even know if somebody here has an actual list of their debts and has been working towards this, but I just saw like taken care of. That's been taken care of. And it's either energetically they're showing me this just to convey the message, or some of you actually have a list and are trying to tackle this, okay? Okay, someone leaves your life and this invokes a glow up. This one is kind of cool because it's not going to seem like the greatest thing to feel, but someone leaves your life and you will not be able to see it at first, but this will invoke what follows this person's departure is a glow up for you. It's a blessing in disguise, but you will not be able to see it at first. I've got a ruling in your favor. I'm using the word ruling, or I'm seeing decision. There's a decision made in your favor. I can't get into that one. They said leave it as is. The person will understand. Okay, I just saw like a name being pulled out of a hat. Like this feels like a contest or your name is drawn. I don't know. I'm hearing you like, what are the chances of that? You get picked for something. I don't know what this is. It's not necessarily like you're winning money. I just feel like you're picked for something. And it's not like a huge surprise to you, but it's like, a wow, like really? I never win anything. Or like, it's just, it's like subtle, but it's also like, oh, you know, that's cool. Like, you know, I was chosen for something. Okay, this is really nice. For those of you who have children, I feel like something good happens to your child. And obviously when something good happens to our children, it reflects onto us. So I don't know what that's going to look like. I don't know if some of you, you know, your kids are going to go do something, achieve something, or if this could even be around, you know, their happiness. They're more happy. You will be more happy because they're happy. And it's a trickle effect. But it is specifically for someone, you know, who's watching who has like a child. Or if it's not a child, it's someone very close to you, something good happens to them. And because, you know, you're with them, it kind of happens for you too. So this could even be a partner that you're with, or, you know, even maybe a mother or a father. You're getting the benefit of this as well. That's really beautiful. That came across as very sentimental. Okay, windows closing. I was not planning to do many predictions for the candle portion, but the window has closed, so I have to end it here. Let me know what you thought. I wish you all the best. You take care.